All right, agents, listen up. Welcome to your mission briefing. You, the marketing apprentices of Kent Business College, have been handpicked for a pretty special operation. Your target, the mind of the consumer. Let's get started.
So, let's start with a quick question, just to test your field instincts. Imagine you run a huge survey. You get thousands of responses back. You've got these neat charts, all these nice percentages. You'd think, mission accomplished, right? You've got your intel. But, have you really?
No, wrong. What you've got there is just cover chatter. It's the public story. Your real mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go way deeper. It's to get the intel that numbers alone just can't give you. You know, the good stuff. The stuff that leads to those game-changing marketing strategies.
Look, quantitative data, all those numbers, that's your map. It's great. It tells you what is happening. But qualitative data, that tells you why. And trust me, understanding the why is the secret to cracking any marketing code. To do that, you're going to need a special kit of gadgets. Okay, your first gadget is a classic, but you should never, ever underestimate its power. We call it the interrogator. Its main purpose? One-on-one extraction of deep, really valuable insights. Now, in standard field terms, yeah, it's an interview. But this is not just some friendly chat over coffee. Oh no. It's a focused one-on-one session, and it's specifically designed to uncover the real motivations behind a person's choices and their feelings.
The whole interrogation process follows a really clear path. You start with a guide, but it's not a rigid script, right? You ask a big, broad, opening question. Think of L'Oreal asking a stylist, "So, tell me about the new product." And then when they say something interesting, you probe. You said it was fiddly. What exactly was fiddly about it? See? This is how you get those golden nuggets, the specific stories and quotes that reveal absolutely everything.
Let's look at a recently declassified case file. Before McDonald's rolled out their huge redesign, they deployed the interrogator. And the intel they got back? Well, it turned out that while families absolutely loved the new kiosks, a lot of their older customers felt lost, even ignored by the new tech. So what was the action? They didn't scrap the tech, they adapted. They kept human cashiers and they placed helpful staff right near the kiosks. That's real intel turned into a multi-million-pound decision.
So here's the crucial thing. You've got to know your gadget's specs. Its superpower is incredible depth. You finally get to ask why. But what about its weak spots? Well, it's slow, it's expensive, and you absolutely need a skilled operator to avoid leading the witness. You can't just send in a rookie for this kind of work.
Okay, agent. So a one-on-one is powerful, but sometimes it's just too slow. Sometimes you need to gather intelligence from multiple sources all at once and see how their stories bounce off each other. For that, you need gadget number 2, the roundtable.
You probably know it as a focus group. You bring about 6 to 8 key informants together in one room. The magic here isn't just about asking them questions. It's about letting them build on and sometimes even challenge each other's ideas. That's where the real sparks fly. Take a look at this field report from Costa Coffee. They're testing a brand new drink. In a roundtable session, they get instant feedback. One person says, "I love the spice," but another one says, "It's a bit too sweet for me." Then someone else chimes in, "Yeah, what she said. If it was less sweet, I'd buy it every single day." And boom, just like that, in 2 hours, Costa gets direct, actionable intel to perfect their product before it even launches. Now here's the critical trade-off. The superpower of the roundtable is that group synergy. You get ideas colliding and creating something totally new. It's also super efficient, but you've got to be aware of the weak spots. One loudmouth can totally dominate the conversation, and then there's groupthink, which can make people afraid to share a really unique opinion. A skilled moderator is absolutely essential to keep the intel pure.
But agents, there's a fundamental rule of espionage that you need to know. Sometimes the very best intel is gathered when your target doesn't even know you're there. And for this, you'll need your final, most subtle gadget, the invisibility cloak. And whatever you do, never ever forget this rule. What people say they do and what they actually do, well, they can be worlds apart. The invisibility cloak is designed specifically to see past all that chatter and capture the truth on the ground.
And here is the perfect example of that very problem. Your survey, the chatter. It might say that 90% of people are happy with how clean the place is. But your surveillance, the visual evidence, it shows customer after customer wiping down their own table. So which piece of intel do you trust more? The action. Every single time.
The technical term for this is observation. It's simply watching how people behave in their natural environment. No questions asked. At its most intense, it's called ethnography, which is where you might immerse yourself in their world for days, almost like a deep cover agent.
Check out this Tesco case file. Their mission was to see how people are really using the self-checkouts. The observation? A huge number of people needed help with really simple things, like bagging an item. A survey would never capture this frustration in detail, but watching it happen reveals exactly where the user interface is failing, and it points the way to a clear fix.
So, the specs. Its undeniable superpower is that it captures behavioral truth, but it has a massive weakness. It shows you what, but it rarely shows you why. You see them struggle, but you have to guess the reason. And most importantly, this gadget comes with a serious warning. Going deep cover means you have to be smart about the rules of engagement. There are major privacy lines you just cannot cross. Good agents know the legal boundaries and operate with respect to stay out of trouble.
Okay, agents, let's debrief. You now have 3 really powerful gadgets in your qualitative research kit. The key to any successful mission isn't just knowing how to use them, but knowing when to use them.
This final cheat sheet pretty much puts it all together. Do you need to understand deep personal motivations for a sensitive topic? Deploy the interrogator. Want to brainstorm new ideas or test a concept with a group? Go ahead and assemble the round table. Need to know what people actually do when they're navigating your store or your website? It's time to activate the invisibility cloak.
Look, the numbers will always give you a map, but these gadgets, these will show you the hidden paths, the traps, and the treasure. Your mission is to combine them all to get the full picture. So, you've been briefed. The only question is, on your next assignment, which one are you going to reach for?
That's all for this briefing. Now get out there and find the truth. Mission adjourned.